Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the recording. So it's actually starting right now, just for future, if we want to use this in the group. Depends on what great questions you guys have. Hi, Flying Warrior. So we're getting some people to join. We have 9 people now. This is our very first Using Essential Oils Safely Q&A, and it'll be about 30 minutes. And Daphne's here co-hosting with me. I see people trickling in. Can everybody hear me? Okay, there it is. So yeah, so this is a Q&A. So go ahead and type any questions that you have for us in the box, and we can answer your questions. There was one in the group just a little while ago about finding an aromatherapist in their area, which is a really great question. So let me grab that link. This is a link from the Alliance of Aromatherapists. And there are aromatherapists who have signed up for their Find the Aromatherapist section, and you can look them up. And I'll give you a link right now. There you go. So you can see if you have one in your state. They have listings for Canada and the USA. Okay. So you can see if you have one in your state. And if you have any more serious issues that you want an aromatherapist to help you address, then you can go there and hopefully find one close to you and you won't have to travel too far. So hello everyone. We're saying hello to everybody as they're joining. And this is a Q&A session that I'm recording. So hopefully there'll be some really good questions and be worth listening to later for those who missed it. Earlier, I did a lab on navigating the Essential Oil Safely Facebook group. You can check that out in the group. Actually, I will show you this. So this is my website, and where you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube. And I don't have the link to our group on there, so I will link one now. The chances are, if you're in here, you're probably coming from our group. But there's the link where you can find us. And this is where you can ask questions all the time. And either myself or one of my admins will answer questions for you. Hey, we hit 10 people! Wow! Hooray! I haven't seen that yet. Okay, so I was just showing them my handy dandy ways that they can find us. I was just able to add Blab on my website earlier. I'm like, hey, now I can get people this way. Yay. I recommended, yes. Oh, excellent. Hooray. Big fan of essential oil safety. Yes, invaluable, absolutely. There's so much in there. It's like 10 courses in one book. It's incredible. I always learn something every time I open it up. I refer to it often. In fact, I have one of these desks with a keyboard slidey out thing on it, which I don't use because I have a laptop. So actually, that's where I have my essential oil safety book. So it's like right here, always open. So I can check it out. I just slide it out and flip to whatever page I need, and it's right there. And it's a glass top desk too, so I can see right through it. It's really cool. I thought it was pretty smart when I figured that out. Ah, I can put the book right here. Yay. So yay, I'm glad you like the book.
It has gone on to my official birthday list. I had it from the library, and they sent, you know, we're going to charge you $120. Like, oh, so took it back, and it's on my birthday list now. I'm like, okay, mom, grandma, husband, everybody, yep. This is it.
Awesome. Yep, it's fantastic. I saw there was a group member who posted earlier today that she got her book, and she posted her book. She's like, squee! Look what I just got. Hooray!
Just going through the oil profiles, I learned so much from it.
Yep, absolutely. Is anybody hearing any echoes from either myself or Daphne? Because I'm hearing an echo from both of us a little bit, but I can ignore it. Just want to make sure you guys aren't hearing it.
I'm fine. I pulled up your website and I had to go in and mute it because I was getting a little bit of echo between having two tabs going. But once I muted it on your website, I'm hearing you fine.
Okay. Good to know. So, hi, Tammy. Tammy just joined. So this is a great time to ask us any questions that you have about essential oils in general. I did a blab earlier about the group, how to navigate it. But if you have any questions about essential oils, now would be a good time. We're going to be available for the next 20-ish minutes. And I plan on doing this regularly. I think it'd be a really great thing, a great tool for the group.
I think so too. This is a lot of fun.
Well, it's interactive.
Use. Like, what can I do with my blog with this?
Yes, I know. See, I liked YouTube. That was a lot of fun, but you're kind of one-sided. Like, you're not interacting with anyone. Hi, Cheryl. Yeah. So this way, you get to even record it, and people get to ask questions, and it's all right here in live. It's very fun. So let me see if I can find a question in the group. Let's see. It's been a little quiet in the group today.
Yeah, it's Friday. I'm wondering if people aren't prepping for the weekend and such.
Right. Yeah, somebody mentioned earlier about Fridays being
going to be huge, though. Watch.
What was that?
Go do our thing, and the group is going to explode.
Yeah, really. Okay, that was a good question. What is your #1 reason for choosing and using essential oils? That would be, I think, different for everybody. Mm-hmm. There's so many great reasons to choose essential oils. Okay, Cheryl. Is that you, Cheryl? CA Glow? California Glow? Can you tell me if you're happy with Essential Oil Exchange? Your third-party study impressed me. I am happy with them. They did test well in more than one test that we had for them. I'm not very impressed with the safety information that they have or the lack thereof on their website, but their quality seems to be good and their prices are really great as well. To be honest, I did purchase a ton of essential oils from them initially when I was first starting out because they are affordable, but I haven't gone back since. I have found other brands that I do prefer, but they are a good option. They did test well. When other companies didn't test well, theirs tested well. So don't be turned off by the affordable price. Okay, question. I have customers asking for eucalyptus oil and products. Would you recommend a specific species that is the safest? There are species that are safer than others, but your usual eucalyptus that you'll find out there is going to be just fine. That being said, it's not recommended for children under the age of around 10. It can cause slowed respiration, breathing issues. So I would just be careful of that. Yeah, share the brands. You're looking for good, affordable products. I do have a link in our file section, which I will link to. It's under brands. And here's a link. Now, this will show you the brands that I personally use and the ones that I do not use. And this is just my opinion. It is based in part on our testing, as well as the kind of information that the websites have on their website, on their product pages. I think it's very important that customers know what they're purchasing. And if they're purchasing essential oils and they may not be safe to use around children, I think we should know. I think we as a customer really need to know that. Likewise, if it's phototoxic or may need very heavy dilution, then that is something we need to know as well. So if a website is selling essential oils and they're just kind of laying them out there without any safety considerations for you to kind of go over and decide if that's something you want to use or not, then that's not going to be a website that I'm going to personally want to recommend or use, because I think safety is really key when it comes to essential oils. They should care about the safety of their customers and not just try to make a buck. So there's the link for that. Yes, you can access that link when the blab is over. Or do you mean this actual blab? Yes, I am recording, So there will be a recording. I think you can find that in the Using EOS Safely profile. I did see the recording that we did earlier was listed. So, okay, yeah, safety data sheets. I'm trying to remember, I actually haven't been there in a while. I know that they had said a couple of years ago that they were going to be adding the GCMS reports for their oils, but I don't think they've actually done that. Yeah, the chat, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I read, and I was doing some quick browsing about Blad, and I think I read that it doesn't save it, but then your last one, it looked like you maybe were able to view it afterward. I haven't played around with it enough to know for sure.
Actually, yeah, that's a really good point, because I think I was actually reviewing our chat, but the sidebar with the chat, like I can see now, was not being updated. So I think you're right about that. So it's really good that I do read these questions out, because I'm just assuming people are kind of seeing them. And I guess that's not the case. Okay, I'm actually going to the essential oil.
Yeah, I'm there right now.
I know some have like material data safety sheets, and that's not really the same as a GCMS report. Yeah, the website does look pretty much the same as it did before.
It's a certificate of analysis. It doesn't show the actual spikes, but it looks like it's listed out some numbers and stuff.
Okay, I am seeing on their Bergamot page that they do have for safety that it can be phototoxic and to take care, which is good to know, but it really doesn't let you know that you really need to dilute this super well and how much you need to dilute it for. So, I mean, yeah, there's a little help there. I guess I kind of prefer if it's really spelled out for those that are really new to essential oils, are not going to really have any idea. They might think, oh, 10 drops in an ounce is good. It's not for bergamot, though. Perhaps they need a consultant to hire to help fix their website. My favorite thing to do.
They do have a cool list of oils, like their properties, and then they've got a list of like oils that are good for sedative or sinuses, and I find that kind of cool, but I don't know, there's no real instructions. So I would have to look through, like, if they have any recipes to see how they recommend using them.
Right. And I'm actually checking out their line right now. And under safety, what it says is non-toxic, non-irritant, non-sensitizing. They don't mention the fact that it's phototoxic. So, okay, it's steam distilled, so actually that's correct. It would only be for the cold pressed, so. I guess they do have a little bit of a clue. Yeah, so they did test well, and they're definitely affordable. I can see why you definitely want to give them a shot.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing anything obviously bad. I just don't, you know. And, you know, they may have taken a note from Tisserand, and they're not automatically saying, oh, use it this way. They're leaving it up to the customer to go track down how to use it.
Right.
These are the oils. These are what they can be used for. Go forth and figure it out. And Tisserand prefers it that way. I can see both sides of it. As a customer, I very heavily relied on the company websites because I didn't want to trust a random blogger with that information.
Right.
So it was actually a company website that tipped me off to the fact that not all essential oils are safe for kids. So if not for that, I probably would have just ordered and, you know, done random recipes off of Pinterest.
Right. Now, I am seeing their cinnamon bark does say the bark oil is a dermal toxin, irritant, and sensitizer. Also irritant to mucous membranes, used in extreme dilution. So that's good. I mean, they may not give you the exact percentage that it needs to be diluted to, but it is cautioning you. So that's smart. I think that's an addition from when I was checking out this website before.
I have noticed that this year especially, because I started my own little research, this year especially, almost every company I know of has made significant changes to their website. And it may be for the better or not. They've just updated their website this year. So I have to restart all of my research on these companies because everything's changed in the last 6 months.
Right. Which is a really great indicator. Hi, Tammy. It's a great indicator that these companies are listening, you know, to what we as consumers are looking for. Yes, so I hope that answers your question. Yes, they are good.
Yeah, so I don't think she's able to see the brand list. You might have to join our Facebook group to be able to see that. Some people still have issues with the link, but once you get in there, we can help you find it. No problem.
And here's the link to join the group, and then you can access that link to the file, or you can just go ahead and click on files, and it's the second file there listed called brands. You can't miss it. So someone's asking me if I found the Aroma Head classes valuable. Absolutely. Definitely. Andrea is definitely awesome. Her classes are invaluable. I graduated from Aroma Head. I took the aromatherapy certification program as well as the advanced graduate program, as well as the viruses and the immune system course and the natural living course, and I think a couple of other ones, and they're all wonderful. They really are. If you can't afford the certification class, the natural living course is one that I would recommend. It has a lot of information in it, and I'm going to give you a link. Let me see. So I actually typed out a little blurb about how I liked it. So I'm just going to cut and paste this right in here for you. Hi, Graham Cracker. Snow Lotus, not really, but I can go ahead right now and jump over to their website and check it out. So that is what I wrote about the Aromatherapy for Natural Living course. That is how I feel. I love that course. That was great. And here is a link to the course as well. Okay, so Snow Lotus. Are you there already, Daphne? Jump in if you have anything to say.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm hearing a toddler, so I'm going to mute you.
All right, so I'm here. Oh, Peter Holmes. Okay. Henderson's. I recognize Peter's name. Okay, this is what I do. I mean, this is just how I go ahead and check out a website. I will go to their essential oil page and I will click on, generally bergamot is one of the first ones just because they're in alphabetical order and it's the one I can most quickly get to. And then I go there to see if they mention anything about it being phototoxic. And yes, it does. It does not give an exact dilution that they recommend you use it at, but it does give you a caution, which is really good. And then I like to check out cinnamon is another good one because that can be very irritating. Okay, well, first off, I'm seeing that it's just saying cinnamon essential oil, and it's not specifying bark or leaf, at least on that main page. Right, so it doesn't actually, yes, it does. Okay, so it does say the plant part used is bark. That is good to know because the safety indications for leaf and bark are different. Bark is more harsh on the skin. It does say external use only, properly dilute. Okay, it does say to be careful if you're pregnant nursing. Again, it doesn't give an exact dilution, but it does give you the warning, which is good. Let me see what else. Okay, eucalyptus. Let me just see what they say about eucalyptus. If there's any caution with using around children or not. Well, it does say keep out of reach of children, which was on the other one as well. It's not necessarily meaning that it's harmful for children when they say that, but that's good. Actually, what I haven't noticed is if they have any GCMS reports or anything. I don't think so. It's not essential, but it's really good if you want to know the quality of essential oil. Let's see, Tammy has taken the natural living course and the butters and lip balm. Right, that was the other one. The AMP yes, the AMP was wonderful. It was hard, but wonderful. It was great. I shouldn't say it's hard. Let me rephrase that. It was jam-packed, and it was presented in a very good way. Yeah, I loved everything. Every course that I went through with them. Okay, it does say organic. That's good to know. Yeah, it's looking like I'm on the fennel page that they're all pretty much saying for external use only, have to properly dilute, if you're pregnant, be careful, etc. There's nothing on fennel as far as it being potentially carcinogenic, which I can see might be a little bit of a turnoff if they were to put that on the page. Oh, this might give you cancer. Go ahead and buy it anyway, right? Have I looked into using Zoom.us?
How to use essential oils.
Never heard of it. I'll have to check that out.
I'm on the How to Use Essential Oils page, and it's like 1 drop in a dab of lotion and apply to skin. 2.5 to 5% dilution for a massage. And they say, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really say anything about like a roller ball or anything like that. The highest they recommend is 10% for therapeutic liniment for pain, I'm assuming. So, I don't know. It's kind of vague and on the border.
Yeah, I'm checking out their Head Ease therapeutic roll-on right now, and it does let you know that it's jojoba oil and then organic essential oils of lavender, peppermint, and Roman chamomile. They don't give a dilution, so there's no way of knowing. But you could always contact them and see if they're agreeable to sharing the dilution. I know some companies don't. They feel it's proprietary. But if you have like a blend of 3 essential oils, there's no way of knowing exactly how to recreate it. I mean, they could have a master blend of, say, 25% lavender, 50% peppermint, and 25% chamomile, and then you're adding 1 drop. Or it could be totally, I don't know, 10% lavender, 10% peppermint, and 80% Roman chamomile. I mean, there's really no way you can exactly replicate it.
Right.
But it's good to know the dilution.
What I did yesterday, I was asking a owner of a business her dilution, and I said, I realize some things are proprietary, but can you give me a ballpark?
Right.
And he was able to say 0.5 to 1%, and I would have been happy with under 1% or under 2%.
Right.
Whatever. And that way you can kind of let them know you recognize that you're in and you're not trying to steal their business. You're not trying to make it on your own, but you need the information. Some people probably still won't do it, but if you're up front, then that it's on them. It's in their court.
Right, exactly. And I know Oracacia likes to give a ballpark of 3 to 5%, which is good enough for me because you have that ballpark and it's not, say, 50% or 1%. It gives you a short range that you can work with.
Exactly.
So I actually like their helichrysum and jojoba oil. I know it's 3 to 5%. So if I burn myself, 3 to 5% maybe isn't even enough, right? So, but it does actually work. So 3 to 5% is enough. It's plenty. But even knowing that, I mean, that's enough.
Right. And, her stuff was specifically like for kids. So, that one I really,
exactly
really mattered.
Right.
So I was really happy with her. It's actually the company that we were talking about. And she messaged me this morning again, and she's like, thank you for asking me these questions and keeping me accountable. And I went back through my recipes last night. It was really cool.
Okay. Maybe she'd be interested in doing some sort of giveaway or something for a group.
Yeah.
I could be in one of these labs with us sometime.
That would be really cool. Yeah. I think they would like that. And it was funny because I think my friends who had posted the article originally about her were like, oh, you're attacking her. And they seemed really nervous. And I told my mom this morning, I've never been in a position where I've been nervous and I was wrong, and they knew what they were doing. It's always been like, oh, well, you know, my brand or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wow, I was, you know, nervous for no reason.
Right.
It turned into a really cool conversation. So, you know, you never know when you ask a company what you're going to come up with. It may be a fantastic experience.
Right. That's good to know. Okay, I only have 2 minutes left on here on this blab, and then I need to shut off for now, but this is definitely going to be something we're going to be doing more often. So we have a question. You've heard there's a shortage of organic rosehip oil. Have you seen this also? There have been reports of shortages of various essential oils and carrier oils. I don't have, you know, specific insight into how accurate that is or not. But it is important that you use brands that you trust in. You know, there are some companies out there who never seem to run out of essential oils as far as they don't go out of stock. So in that case, what often happens is if they run out of their lavender, what they might do is they might use a different lavender. So the lavender you might be getting might be a little bit different. It might be French versus Bulgarian. It might even be spiked lavender. It might be lavandin. Actually, lavender is a huge can of worms. So supposedly, there's hundreds of times more lavender coming out of France than is actually grown or produced. Actually, that would be sold. There's hundreds of times more lavender oil sold than is actually being produced, which kind of makes you wonder what's going on there, if it's being cut or whatnot. But yeah, so it makes me feel good when companies do say out of stock, even though it can irritate me if there's something that I want. But it makes me realize that they're using sources that do have small batches available at a time, and they're not willing to compromise. Yes, trusted suppliers. I have to wrap this up, guys, but it went so fast.
I know, it really did.
But we will be definitely back, so check the group. Check out, if you're not signed up for my newsletter, I will send out a newsletter as well. There's different ways to contact me. You can find using eosafely.com. You can find the different ways. Or subscribe to this blab right here, and we will hook up. So thanks, guys, for joining. Thanks, Daphne, for co-hosting.
No problem. Enjoy your afternoon.
See ya.